Good morning. It is the day before the IB results come out. I'm Savannah if you're new here. I thought I would film the intro on the day prior to the results day because I don't know if I'm gonna want to film me talking tomorrow, but I just wanted to say before I open my results something that we should all keep in mind when we're looking at what grades we end up getting for whatever high school or program we've completed. No matter how the day unfolds, this will not determine your worth. Know that you worked hard, know that you tried your best, and that's all that matters at the end of the day. Life will sort itself out in the end. But also keep in mind that success is relative to our own standards and our own expectations of self. And so if I am upset or happy about a result, and that is way higher or way lower than what you think is a good or bad result, it is all relative to ourselves, and I don't want anybody to compare themselves. The IB is a very difficult program, at least I felt it was, and I think a lot of people do. I don't think that grades are necessarily reflective of the amount of work that you put in. I don't know if you can tell that I'm actually slightly nervous. I feel like I'm pretty calm, but at the same time I feel a little bit numb, and I don't think it's fully sinking in that I'm gonna get my results tomorrow. I think they're coming out at 11:30 in my time zone. So for anyone that doesn't know, the IB requires that you take 6 classes, 3 of them are at higher level and 3 of them are at standard level. Each class is graded on a scale of 7, and in total it's 42, and then you have 3 bonus points that are a combination of your extended essay, your EE, which is a 4,000 word essay on any subject that you choose, and then your TOK, which is theory of knowledge, is the class that's required for everybody. It's sort of philosophy, and a combination of those 2 grades will determine your bonus points. Your grades for your TOK and EE bonus points are out of like an ABC grading scale, and the combination of letters that you have will determine how many bonus points you get. So AA and AB is 3 points, BB and BC is 2, and so on. Because of the pandemic, because of COVID, the grades that we're getting this year are kind of unpredictable. Like, I'm not 100% sure how this is gonna go down. I know that they've explained where their grades are coming from. It's basically an estimate of how you would have done had we had final exams. So I never got to do my final exams, as everybody else did not get to do them in May session 2020. So the grades should be based off of the international statistics of like how well IB students have done, sort of the results that they've seen in the past and what has happened. And then also a combination of that with how well your school has predicted grades and what grades your teachers are going to predict you and your current work in the class. So I don't really know what's going to happen. And that's also why I think we should take it easy. Like, anyone who's just finished a session and is unhappy or disappointed in general about how they've done, realize that this is not necessarily an accurate representation of how you could have done. These are unfortunate circumstances, and I hope that universities are going to acknowledge that when they are reviewing the admissions. So for those who don't know, I should be attending Minerva in the fall. I will be. I don't expect that I would get rejected because of my grades. Because I applied early action binding, it's the only university I applied to, and therefore if they withdrew my admission I would have nowhere to go, and I don't think that they're ones to do that, especially considering the circumstances. So Minerva School's at KGI's in San Francisco. It's a US liberal arts college. I've made a video on that if you want to know what that is. Right, so my predicted throughout the year are my grades for each semester. So my first semester as a first year, I got a 39. This is out of 42, so I got a 39 in my mock exams. My second semester I got a 38, and my third semester I got, I believe it was a 38, but see, this is where the catch is. My school has had pretty bad luck, or I guess are just not very good with the predicted grades. It's not necessarily anybody's fault in particular, but our predicteds have always been, or for the past few years have been, a lot higher than the final results. This could be for a number of reasons, because the students sort of give up when they realize they're in uni, or because the teachers are bad at estimating, or because whatever, it could be anything. But this year they were a lot more strict, and so although my semester grade was I believe it was a 38. I was predicted either a 36 or a 37. I can't quite remember. If I can find it, I'll insert it somewhere on the screen. And I panicked because I really wanted to get into my first choice school, and I was under the impression that Minerva would require like at least a 39 or 40 like minimum. So I was really afraid that I would get rejected based on that because I know the admission rate is so small, and I wasn't. And I think that's why I'm hesitant to share how I'm going to do and like what my predictions are in general, because I don't know if it's normal for Minerva and for universities that are this high ranking to admit students that don't have like very competitive grades. And it's not to say that like a 37 is not a competitive grade, but at like my previous high school I used to get like averages between like 90 and 95. The IB was much more difficult for me, and I felt like that didn't reflect how good of a student I was, I guess, in the IB. Like, it was much harder for me. But that again kind of goes with the idea that academics, like, it is only one kind of intelligence, and not every student is gifted in that sense. And I don't love grades for that reason, because I don't think that they determine someone's intelligence and someone's worth in any way. And that's why I've been so hesitant to share my grades in general online. I don't want to stress anybody out and give them the impression that they need these like unachievable grades, but at the same time I don't want to tell you that you can get in with a 36 and maybe you can't. Maybe that was just because other parts of my application made up for the fact that I didn't have as high of a grade, or maybe they saw that my semester grade was higher and that's why they were okay that my predictive was lower. I don't know. So basically Minerva said in their contract that it had to stay within a similar academic standing. What does that mean? I don't know. It's very vague. So I'm gonna assume no matter what happens, I'm okay. In my final semester, which I never finished, but they still gave us like a predicted, I got, I believe it was a 38. And now I guess I'll move on to what I'm expecting / the classes I took. I took English, HL, Language and Literature, which was my favorite class. I improved a lot in this class, but generally my grades were between a higher 6 and sort of a mid to low 7. So my predicted in this class, okay, sorry, I closed the window and I couldn't tell if you guys could hear the background. There was like planes flying by, so I closed it if it all moved. Yeah, that's why. All right, where was I? Okay, my teacher was really hesitant on what to predict me and ended up predicting me a 6 because, again, of that whole fear that my school was predicting too high. But every semester I got 7s in English, Language and Literature, and I honestly would be so happy if I got a 7 because I worked so hard in that class. Language is in some ways subjective, so I know that's a little bit difficult, especially with like creative writing, so I'm not 100% sure, but I would love a 7. My next class is Global Politics, so GLOPO. GLOPO was my hardest class, for me at least. I don't know why I found it so difficult. It was my lowest grade by far. It was a 5 that I got most of the time. I did get a 6 first semester, which is why I had a 39 in my first semester, and that's why it came down to 38. And it pretty much was consistently at a 5 every semester after that, but I did do pretty okay on my internal assessments, so like the actual projects. So I mean, a little bit of hope that I could get a 6, but like I'm not expecting it, and that's okay. The next class I took was higher level visual arts. Oh, by the way, GLOPO is higher level, if I didn't mention that. I used to go to an arts high school before the international boarding school I went to, where I took IB, so I really want to get a 7 because I know I can, but at the same time art is so subjective that I have no idea. I was predicted a 7, however, so we'll see. Then I took SL Biology, which I had a 7 in for every semester, and I was predicted a 7, so I would like a 7. But like, oh, I don't know, I feel weird saying I want a 7 because like it's not achievable necessarily for everybody, but like school doesn't come naturally to me, I don't think, like more naturally than some people, but I still work really hard, so I don't know, I feel weird saying I want a 7, but yeah. Then I took Math SL. Now it's like split into 2 different kinds of math. It's not the like easiest math, it's like the middle math, just the standard ones. Similar to English, higher 6s, lower 7s, so I really don't know. I was predicted a 6, again with the school sort of lowering predicted, so I'm expecting a 6. And then Spanish AB 6 probably. I'm definitely not fluent. I know that like ab initio is not fluent. I think I did good, but like it's not nearly enough to get a 7. Basically I'm expecting, I think that adds up to a 37 last time I calculated. Maybe I'm wrong. I'm too lazy to do the math right now. So yeah, that's sort of my expectations. It's coming out tomorrow morning, so I'll check back in and I'll film my live reaction and I'll sort of go through my feelings when I get them. But yeah, I'm gonna enjoy my day, try not to stress too much, and I'll get back to you tomorrow. All right. Okay, see you in a bit. So I'm actually way more nervous than I thought I would be. It's actually 11:31, so it's been a minute, but I don't actually even know how to get my results. Okay, it's what I used. Oh my god, I'm so scared. Oh my gosh. Results. I'm so scared. Okay, okay, okay. English, 6. Okay. Expected, that's fine. Spanish, 6. Okay, that's fine. Yeah, that's what I wanted. I got a 6 in global politics. Wait, really? Oh my gosh. No, whoa. How? Biology 7. Oh my gosh. Okay. Breathe. My heart is racing. Okay, 3 6s and a 7. That's good. Math. That makes no sense. Math 5. What? Okay. Visual arts EE. Oh wait, did my EE in visual arts I got a B. And then visual arts, like the actual class, I got a 6. And then theory of knowledge I got a B, so I got 2 extra points, which means my total points is 38. Okay, it's not what I wanted. Like, it's not like the best case scenario, but it's not bad. My heart is still like racing so fast. Okay, I'm frustrated because of the math, because that was not expected at all. I was getting 7s in math, and I did not think I could have 5, but I think last year a lot of people did really poorly on their math exams. Okay, I'm so happy I got a 6 in global politics. I'm actually shocked. I got 1 7 only in biology. I don't know, mixed feelings. It's okay. I mean, it's done, and it's not a bad grade. Let's see if I can look at the detailed results. I'm 1 mark off of a 7 for English. Visual arts HL, I'm 1 mark off of a 7. Like, I'm at 83, and the upper grade boundary mark is 83. Okay, so both English and visual arts, I'm like literally on the edge. Visual arts EE. Oh my gosh, I'm 1 mark off of an A. Or no, 2 marks off of an A. And TOK. I'm 1 mark off of getting an A for TOK. Oh, that is heartbreaking. That is 3 points. Had I had 1 mark more in English, visual arts, and TOK, I would have had a 41. I'm trying to like get my heart rate back to normal. Okay, that's it. I'll check back in if there's something else. All right, so it's been a little bit. I have calmed down mostly. I feel okay, and I guess that is it for this video. I hope you guys enjoyed. If you want to see more of my face, then please subscribe. It really supports me. I have a lot of UWC content, so if you want to check out my other videos and hear about the boarding school that I attended, there's plenty of that already on my channel. I'm planning to make a little bit more of that, but my content will be mostly uni/college related for the next while. I'm moving to San Francisco in the fall, hopefully, so there's going to be a lot of like vlogs and lifestyle type stuff, but I'm also incorporating some of my interests like art, sustainability, thrifting, that kind of stuff. Eventually I'll incorporate that into my content. So if you're interested, then please join me. And this video will probably be out basically as soon as possible, so it won't be out on my normal Wednesday upload date, but typically I post every Wednesday. And I hope you guys have a wonderful week. I will see you next Wednesday. Bye. It's gonna be okay. Don't worry about it. Life moves on. No one will ever ask you about your IB result later in life.